Hello, today I'm going to be going through this, and it's the Doctor Who the Time Traveller's Guidebook by Peter Haining. Now, this book came out in about 1987, and it's like really got let's call artwork on the front. Like there's the TARDIS, and that looks like the second Doctor recorded that does, even though it probably isn't. And then you've got a cat there. Wait, it probably is, I think. And then you've got Bessie there. Jelly Baby's in the fourth Doctor, so that is the front. Like side Doctor Who the Time Traveller's Guide, Peter Haining, and then obviously W.H. Allen. And here's the back, like Doctor Who the Time Traveller's Guide, Peter Haining. And on the back you've got the TARDIS there, and obviously some more stuff, and then people watching Doctor Who there. Look at that, like, you know, when it first came on, like Doctor Who, and then the barcode there. So let's open this up, shall we? So obviously you got right up here in 3 decades, even though it should be 2 decades, because this was 1987, and obviously the Time Traveller's Guide, Doctor Who, Time Traveller's Guide. And then you got a picture here, like, the man with all time and space at his fingertips, the first Doctor, William Hartnell, with the leads of the Elders, Frederick Drake, and the Savages, 1966. So you got the Savages there. And obviously, by arrangement with BBC Books and a division of BBC Enterprises Limited. So, 1987, yes. And look, The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, like William Henson, that's it, I know. The father of time travel, H.G. Wells, and little title page of the first edition of the famous novel in 1895. The original time traveller, obviously H.G. Wells. And then, like, Peter, 1987, contents. So, an introduction in the TARDIS transports time and space. Oh, so, okay, I got that. So, the TARDIS on Barnet bypass in 1981, where the last original police box once stood. That's really cool. It's like that Legopolis scene there, I know it is. And then you've got Joe entering the Titan colony in space there, of course. And then that's Legopolis, that picture there. And then the first 7 Doctors, you got William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker's there, and then Sylvester McCoy, like the world's most famous time travellers, yes. And then you've got, hang on, who's that? Like, Sidney Newman's the father of Doctor Who, Sidney Newman's there. And then you got another picture there. Like, number 1, the science that inspired Doctor Who. So, there's like the thing that inspired Doctor, like Captain Nemo in 1954, and obviously some more stuff. Like, Verne novel. Yeah, that's H.G. Wells. Like the youthful H.G. Wells at the time he wrote The Time Machine, and his own sketch that kind of wants that mankind would ultimately evolve into that. I know. And obviously the famous Fantastic Mysteries that inspired it as well. And some more right up there, of course. And then earliest picture of Time Machine was 18th century French print of the windmill. That's it. Okay. Like 2, Back in the Mist of Time Travel. So, like one of Albert Robinet's sketches. Well, I don't know if I said that correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't. Like a signature there, like Edgar Allan Poe, who created the half men, half machine creature, and 2 photographs made the side man stories in the invasion. Like there's the invasion there, of course. And oh look, I send them putting the Simon costume on, of course. So yeah, it's really amazing. Really cool pictures here, of course. Still from the time of 1970. Like William Hartnell in his original costume of the Doctor before his story had an earthly child in that picture there, of course. Like the Count of the Time Lords of Ascension on Gallifrey. 3, Time and the Lords of Gallifrey. Like the part inventor of time travel, Omega, Stephen Thorne, confronts the 2nd and 3rd Doctors in the 3 Doctors. So you get pictures and a lot of information about everything. So, at the 4th Doctor with 2 of the Time Hierarchy, Castilian Spandrel, George Pravida, and co-coordinator Engine, that's it, Eric Chitty in The Deadly Assassin. Time Lady or Earthchild, the Doctor's first companion Susan, Carol Ann Ford, yeah. And then you've got the most famous time up part of the Doctor, the Master, Roger Delgado, And then you've got the fourth Doctor, the model of the head, and another renegade Time Lord Morbius. So he's got the Morbius head there, of course. The loveliest and of the Time Ladies, Romana, Mary Tam, with K9. Like, the beautiful but evil Rani, played by Kato Mara. Like, the enigmatic figure of the Valeyard, Michael Jaston, with whose relationship the Doctor is now one of the greatest puzzles of the series. I mean, like, that was the evil version of the Doctor, of course. And then, number 4, Regeneration, the mystery of ages. So you've got, like, the first Doctor Regeneration there, of course, like, the second Doctor Regeneration there. Like, the third Regeneration, fifth Regeneration, or even fourth Regeneration there, of course, where it becomes the fifth Doctor. There's the fifth Doctor Regeneration there, of course. And then the sixth Doctor Regeneration there. Right, so that's the first Regeneration. Second Regeneration. Obviously it goes to there, of course, to Jon Pertwee. And there's some colour pictures here. So you've got William Hartnell, the first Doctor, outside the TARDIS on the set of the Daleks there. And then Patrick Troughton at Work for Relaxation with the regenerated in Power of the Daleks. Look at that face of Jon Pertwee. The Earthbound Third Doctor dreaming of journeys to becoming Doctor and the Silurians. Tom Baker, the archetypal time traveler and his space machine. The Fourth Doctor completing with telescope for stargazing. He's got his telescope there, of course. I mean, that's a season 18 picture. Peter Davison, arrival from the TARDIS, Concord overshadowing the Fifth Doctor, and Tegan, Janet Fielding, and Nissa Sarah Sutton. Sixth, Colin Baker, the Sixth Doctor, found the TARDIS as erratic as ever during his lifespan. Sylvester McCoy, the Seventh Doctor, at his first press call, pressing for new travels throughout time and space. That's it. And then you've got the third Regeneration there. And then, some more write-up. And then the fourth Regeneration where he goes into Peter Davison. And then the fifth Regeneration where he goes into Colin Baker. That's, well, these pictures are actually really quite cool, actually. I mean, you've got Trial of a Time Lord there, I think. The Black Guardian. The malevolent Black Guardian, Valentine Doyle. That's it. Who's Who of Enemies. So you've got villainous humanoids that are right up on just, them. Bennett, Ray Barrett, Barbara, Jacqueline Hill, and Vicky Moran O'Brien. That's it. The Friend of Robots, Taron Capel, David Bailey. I don't know if I said that correctly. The maniacal General Carrington, John Abendry, the Third Doctor, Liz, Caroline John, Brigadier Nicholas Stewart. Nicholas Stewart. It's Nicholas Courtney, not Nicholas Stewart. Nicholas Courtney. That's the treacherous guardian of solar system, Mavic Chen, Kevin Stoney. That's Galaxy or Mission to the Unknown, I think. Engineer, Eckersley, Donald G. with Sarah Elizabeth Slane in The Monster of Peladon. And then the crafty con man, Garrett Ian, Ian Catherbertson on the planet Rebos. So that's the Rebos operation, of course. And obviously more write-up. The ruthless Victorian scientist Professor Max Tybel, Marius Goring, that's it. And then you've got the Fourth Doctor at the mercy of slave trader Captain Morvitt and Clifford Rose. So that looks like Warrior's Gate, yeah, that does. The gruesome looking Count Scarloni, Julian Glover, City of Death. Like the financial scientist Professor Salman Olaf Pooley on the far left. And then you've got the mad scientist Solon Philip Modak, so a big picture of the brain of Morbius there. The celestial toy maker, the Doctor became trapped in an America-born fantasy world of this immortal, Michael Gow, that's it. The Master, the Doctor with his arch enemy, the Master Anthony, and the scene from Legopolis. Lady Adrista, Myra Francis, held in the monopoly on the metal of her planet Kronos, and the creature from the pit. The Collector Henry Wolfe, was an evil financial genius on the ruthless employer of the company, the Sunmakers, there of course. And then you've got Vivan Frey for the beautiful but deadly Warren Frey. Susan Angel was in Truth and the Master and Criminal Pliers. Magnus Grill, the infamous butcher of Brisbane, Michael Spice. And it is cohort Mr. Sin Deep Roy, that's it. At the Vulpus pirate captain Rattling the Baron, who's the Fifth Doctor, a tricky situation. And then you've got the Fourth Doctor with his K9 friend K9 in the Sunmakers, I think that is. The Yeti-like robot with rampaging multiple snowmen. And then an awesome group of mechanised on the move in the chase. And then you've got a rather canonical looking server at the Cymats winning space. Yeah, that's the winning space there, I think. And then you've got the Cybermats. Oh, that's the winning space of the Cybermats. And the K1 robot. And then a mummy-shaped robot from the Pyramids of Mars. And then you've got the ingenious chameleon who once twice appeared with the Fifth Doctor, like chameleon there. A parasitical, like, axon. And then you've got the two sides on the planet Voga. The Second Doctor with hostile Dalek and friendly Quirk. Friendly Quirk, what? Davros, the creator of the Daleks. You got Davros there, that's really cool. Like a reptilian Fomacy, and then a giant spider on Metropolis 3. I don't know if I said that correctly. Two Ice Warriors on Peladon. A dangerous Croton hunting for the Doctor. And then an ungainly deadly Chronoid. Like one of those aquatic marshmen from Full Circle. Like the spiky Meglos creature in the guise of the Fourth Doctor. One of the gentle Metropers under attack. That's the web planet there, of course. Like the powerful sea creature, the Merca, but was obviously one of the worst ones. Two fearsome Ogrons, the servants of the Daleks. Like two Robo men persona the film Dr. Peter Cushing and his companion Bernard Cribben through a devastated London. So you got one of the Dalek movies gallery there. Like a Silurian, the original inhabitants of Earth. I don't know. Like three dangerous tractators in Frontios there. Like the monarch of the Arca-Bourbon race in Fort Doomsday. Jagaroff Space Cruiser, the explosion of Jagaroff Space Cruiser was responsible for the beginning of life on Earth, even though Skarov Jr. tried to prevent it. Like Nymon Travel Capsule, the Nymon are a race of intergalactic proceeds who travel through black holes and time machines. Like Earth shuttlecraft landing on the base of Titan, one of the moons of Satan in the Invisible Enemy. Eternal sailing ship, the Fifth Doctor. If they spelt Doctor, they put Duta or Dotter. What on one of the strangest journeys of his many lives on the Eternal sailing ship. Like IMC robot, the Mining Corporation used in terrorize Earth, guys, on the year 2041. Like 2471, that's it. Like pterodactyl android. They spelled android wrong again, they just put an N there, god. The pterodactyl android from just many days of Nyssa. Like, and one of the dangers, Nyssa and her friends had faced the Earth in 1666. That's it. Mavelians, like sworn enemies of the Daleks, beautiful men, but in fact merciless robots. The robots of death, one of the terrifying Vought robots whom the Fourth Doctor and Leela encountered on board the Sand Miner. And then you've got two Zarbi harass the First Doctor. A Zygon inflicting pain on the Fourth Doctor. And then creating A.M. Wells on a Doctor Who film, Cruel Locations. You got that's at Dartmoor. That is in Devon, Dartmoor. 6, A Tourist Guide to Alien Worlds. So you got Martian emerging from the mist of the shrouded swamps of Alzarius, like in Full Circle. Like the Focus of Pleasure at the Leisure Hive on Argolis. Like the Fourth Doctor stunned by Mando's on beautiful. That's it, I know. Like the ornate main hall of the castle on Castrovalva. One of the jungle-like forest on Cronius. That's it, I know. And then you've got a glimpse of the planet paradise of Defaloka. So, guys, I think I might have to wrap this video up and put this in 2 parts, I think, so because it's a very long book. So, make sure you go and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.